We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, they'll start out with Hubbard. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game. And I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
The Cardinals at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They go play action now. Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's caught right side by Mims. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
That's caught by Waller out left side. Touchdown! Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Jameis to throw it. Alvin Kamara wheeling it in on back-to-back plays. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Kamara will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
In motion left is Hopkins. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. For Zach Wilson, you have to figure if you're going to be drafted number 2 overall, you better have a big arm, and he does not disappoint there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. David Onyemata busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson checks this down to Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Denzel Mims with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. And this one complete again to Mims. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll run here with Hubbard, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Winston. He completes it to Olave. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first. Winston. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Final play of the half here. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Winston. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return, Johnson. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. In motion right is Hopkins. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That is caught by Mims. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Denzel Mims with his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 28-0. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Throwing, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Well, at first down, they run with Kamiris. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And, I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Third and short yardage, Winston. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running left on the handoff is Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Play action now, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That's caught right side by Mims. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation.
And he's going to go down. down. They get to him back at the 40. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Denzel Mims, 40 yards. And the Cardinals are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He'll air this one out from Mims. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but he's got a man. Complete. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Jameis to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
again on second down. Winston on the check down. He finds Kamara. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Jameis again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. One last shot now for Winston. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense